We think of dinosaurs as scary creatures, and this is not surprising. Popular culture has played a big role, but in reality, dinosaurs were more terrifying than you think. Some of them ate their own kind, and others brutally crushed the bones of the fiercest giants. In this episode, I will tell you about the frightening and dark side of dinosaurs that will make your hair stand on end. Welcome to Feral Finds, where truth meets mystery and reality intertwines with fantasy. Let's go. To eat your own kind, this is really scary no matter what we are talking about. However, despite the fact that dinosaurs lived on Earth for tens of millions of years, scientists have found only a few confirmed cases of them eating each other. But even this is frightening. A confirmed case of cannibalism was recorded for Majungasaurus. These lizards inhabited Madagascar about 70 million years ago. They reached a height of 2 meters, a length of 6 meters, and weighed between 1 to 1.5 tons. Apparently, there was not enough food for everyone, so Majungasaurus had to eat its relatives. When scientists discovered Majungasaurus bones with large, rough teeth marks, they concluded that they were teeth marks from another Majungasaurus, as there was no other predator large enough to leave the same marks. King of the dinosaurs. We talked about Majungasaurus, but what about the king of the dinosaurs? I think no one would argue that Tyrannosaurus is the most famous dinosaur on this planet. Its easily recognizable appearance, majestic size, and ferocious temperament made it a real star. But in reality, the way it is depicted in movies is not accurate. These monsters could have been more dangerous and more cruel. The Tyrannosaurus was not the largest dinosaur. It was 12 meters long, 3.5 meters tall, and weighed between 8 to 9 tons. This is not much for a giant, but the relatively small size of this beast in North America was compensated by other features. It was fast. This lizard could accelerate up to 40 kilometers per hour, and although the Tyrannosaurus mostly ran at speeds up to 20 kilometers per hour, if the king of the dinosaurs caught its prey, it would move with its terrible teeth that were 30 centimeters long. These are the largest carnivorous lizard teeth in history. For comparison, the ancient Megalodon shark had teeth reaching 19 centimeters in length. The Tyrannosaurus's teeth were not sharp, they were wide and slightly flat, used to deal with prey that was trying to fight while in its mouth. The set of teeth was terrifying. The front teeth were used to grab and pull its prey. The side teeth were used to tear flesh, and the teeth at the back of the jaw were used to grind the meat before it was pushed down the throat. The dinosaur destroyed its victims without difficulty because the bite force of this beast was stronger than any creature ever alive. The Tyrannosaurus was a perfect predator, but you don't have to be a predator to be terrifying. Think of today's hippos or rhinos. As herbivores, they are no less dangerous than lions or wolves. Triceratops was an herbivore, but other dinosaurs certainly didn't want to mess with it. It was 9 meters long, 4 meters tall, and weighed between 6 to 12 tons. Who would want to mess with this giant? The Tyrannosaurus was reckless. Yes, there were clashes between them because these creatures lived at the same time. However, the huge predator often got hurt. The evidence that Triceratops was capable of resisting the Tyrannosaurus is provided by fossil remains of a Triceratops with a healed wound from a Tyrannosaurus bite. Scientists believe that the Triceratops that was found was able to fight the dominant predator. Its horns reach up to 2 meters and curve upwards, making them a powerful, deadly weapon. Okay, let's move on to another dinosaur. What about Ankylosaurus? You could say it was one of the most violent and frightening old lizards. As an herbivore, these armored dinosaurs often fell prey to large predators, including Tyrannosaurus. But over time, they managed to develop some defensive features. One of them was the bony armor plates that covered their bodies. In fact, Ankylosaurus had the strongest armor that was hard to penetrate. Its second feature was its tail, which consisted of tightly adjacent vertebrae and had a tail club at the end. This beast could strike with it with a force of up to 720 megapascals, enough to break the bones of any dinosaur. A deadly shot. While some dinosaurs crushed the bones of their opponents, others used more interesting features. Apatosaurus, which lived about 150 million years ago, was the biggest of the giants. It was 22 meters long and weighed 22 tons, with some reaching up to 72 tons. This makes it one of the largest animals in the history of the Earth. Additionally, it was one of the loudest animals. Its tail, which it used like a whip, helped it. Scientists conducted some calculations and concluded that Apatosaurus could whip its tail at a speed that breaks the sound barrier, creating an ear-splitting sound similar to a cannon that could be heard for several kilometers. These lizards stomped their feet on the ground, and if they didn't crush the attackers, at least they used their tail to create deafening and chaotic noise in hopes of scaring off the predators. This is the scary and dark side of dinosaurs. These ancient reptiles were more terrifying than you thought. They were truly aggressive and scary, and there are other interesting things we will say about them. Stay tuned for more exciting and unusual facts and theories about dinosaurs that will surprise you. Discovery dinosaurs were not discovered until the mid-19th century. The term dinosaur was coined by Richard Owen in 1842. However, dinosaurs were found long before that. It is believed that the first skeleton was found in China about 3,000 years ago. At that time, no one had any idea about dinosaurs, so the Chinese decided it was a dragon's remains. Local healers began grinding dinosaur bones into powder and prescribing it as a remedy for dizziness and seizures. The medicine was also applied to wounds and fractures. Size, we used to think that all dinosaurs were gigantic. Yes, quite a few of them were indeed huge. Many of them weighed tens of tons and were as tall as skyscrapers. But scientists believe that most dinosaurs were relatively small, the size of a pet or a human. For example, Compsognathus weighed a few kilograms and was 1 meter long, while the Eoraptor was the size of a palm. Herbivores. We also used to think that dinosaurs were almost all predators regularly fighting among themselves. Of course, there were many predators among these reptiles, but scientists believe that there were many herbivores, similar to modern ecosystems in Africa and Asia. Herbivorous Hadrosaurus ornithopoda gathered in large herds and were hunted by the rarer theropods. Extinction. According to the main hypothesis, dinosaurs went extinct about 66 million years ago after a massive asteroid hit the Earth. People believe that the asteroid killed the dinosaurs instantly, but this is not true. Scientists believe that the extinction process took hundreds or even thousands of years. The global climate changed, sunlight decreased, and vegetation significantly declined. Some isolated dinosaur groups in remote areas of the world might have survived a bit longer than their counterparts. According to one theory, some dinosaurs may have survived to this day. Who knows, maybe a couple are still roaming somewhere in uncharted places? That's all. Tell me in the comments if you would like to keep a dinosaur in your backyard. Thank you. Goodbye.